Lamb boy. And I guess I've been dreaming. Cause now that I'm woke, everything that I see ain't what it seems, man. I guess I've been dreaming. Cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming. Cause now that I'm woke, everything that I see ain't what it seems, man. I guess I've been dreaming. Cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming.
And we in there. What it is, what it do. Peace and love to all the guys and goddesses and all the high vibrating species on the planet. Salute, what it is, what it do, y'all. What y'all got busting out that thing, man. What's happening? Okay, mates, welcome back to the channels. Welcome back to the channels. You already know what it is. Salute, salute, salute. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for joining me yet again for another extravaganza. And an extravagant journey with the SCPs and the SCP Foundation. We are with the Volgun again, and we may jump back over to the Exploring series really soon. I have some stuff in store for us over there. Yeah. But in the meantime, I hope everything's good with everybody in your part of the world, your neck of the wood, your concrete jungle, that is. You know what I mean? And for those that's actually in the wood. You feel me? The countryers, you feel me? You know how we do it. But yo, we have another alien. Since that we've been rocking with those aliens here. We had the illegal junts. You know what I'm talking about? And now we got Old Castaway. This is SCP-163. Apparently it's safe-ish. We're just going to throw the ish out there. Extraterrestrial, and we're going to see exactly what kind of castaway this is, what kind of extraterrestrial it may be, where it's from, perhaps, how it got cast away, which is an outcast, or an exile, that is. You know what I'm saying? I actually like the term exile. I stands on it, you know what I'm saying? Like the way that things are with me, yeah. I'm that black sheep type guy. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? I stands on mine firmly. And I don't give no damn. So you know what I'm talking about? I actually does it really, really well. Really well. And I hope you do the same thing in your field, in your area of expertise, or whatever it may be, that just may be taboo to the rest of the peoples. You know what I'm talking about? Because everything ain't for everybody, and once everybody understands this perspective right here, that's not yours, and respect that boundary, we be all right. I can see it your way, you can see it my way. We can tally up, and we can see the matches, and we can keep moving. There has no bickering needs to be. We just need to be able to see with all three. You did. So, if you're new, welcome to the channel. This is what we do. Monsters. The realm of the monsters. We discover. We wonder, we explore, we venture. And for the most part, we definitely draw the connection from this world to our world. And we're actually seeing the comparisons to know that there's things that's taking place over here that's actually taking place out here. And they're reporting it here, and they're relaying it to you here. So we came here to get the news. We came to get the scoop. So, yeah, without further ado, I hope you have what you need, because I do. Like, share, and subscribe. Notification bell if you don't mind. No pressure, of course. The academies, they shall tell you. You know what I'm saying? If you knew, they'll tell you. Feel me? Yeah, man, let's do this, y'all. Let's do this. Let's find out exactly what this thing is, okay? Let's get her bussin'. Volume. Okay, we got it.
Good afternoon, everyone.
In the game.
My name is Dr. Miller.
Dr. Miller Pease.
And the SCP we're going to be looking at today is SCP-163.
Is that it?
Object class,
Ooh.
safe. Special containment procedures. SCP-163's enclosure consists of 4 adjoining rooms, 3 meters from floor to ceiling, with the following attributes.
Is it that big?
1 5 by 5 meter receiving room with an airlock and seating appropriate for both SCP-163's and human morphology. 1 5 by 3 meter storage room capable of storing SCP-163's isolation suit, tools, and games. 1 20 by 15 meter workshop and dining area which contains all salvaged technology, including SCP-163-1. 1 5 by 5 meter sleep area and rest facility, furnished with seating and bedding fitting SCP-163's morphology.
I know it's not, but this thing puts me in the mind of that video game Alter Beast. I know it's not. You know what I'm saying? It has so many other things going on with it to actually be that entity, but it's just like this upper part. It just looks like that dude that was throwing out his head or his eye or so whatever the hell he was doing on that game at the end or whatnot. That's just what it puts me in the mind. But what's going on with the belly of this thing? Good gracious, boy! I do not want to go inside. Y'all definitely got to let me know how this thing is safe. But let's get it. Let's find out.
Air is filtered into the enclosure and is automatically monitored at all times by computer and once daily by staff to check for impurities. Filters are to be changed weekly or any time impurities are found in the air. 2 separate lighting systems are used in the enclosure, one which produces radiation between 400 nm and 700 nm, and one that produces radiation between 150 nm and 300 nm. The primary lighting system is to remain active at all times to facilitate observation. The secondary lighting system may be turned on or off at SCP-163's discretion. At no point are forbidden elements and chemicals to be introduced into the enclosure above prescribed proportions listed in Manual M163-1. Personnel and any items brought with them will be checked for traces of these chemicals prior to being allowed access to the enclosure. Personnel are to wear isolation suits at all times while in the enclosure to protect themselves and SCP-163 from cross-contamination. Before being granted clearance to enter the enclosure, personnel are to study Manual M163-2 and submit to an interview with Dr. Cleared personnel are permitted to interact with SCP-163 by assisting it with repair of equipment and by playing board games with it. SCP-163 may leave its enclosure at any time. It must first announce its intent to leave the enclosure through an agreed-upon gesture and don its isolation suit. The suit contains the same air filters used to cycle the air in the enclosure. In order to facilitate vision, SCP-163 may carry a UV flashlight capable of producing radiation wavelengths of no less than 280 nm in order to keep risk of skin cancer among personnel to a minimum. When roaming the facility, SCP-163 is to be accompanied by a junior researcher who is to record all actions, gestures, and expressions with a video camera. The escort is to also bar SCP-163 from any areas deemed dangerous to it. Once every 3 days, personnel are to deliver to the receiving room a 20-liter container with chemical elements in proportions listed in Manual M163-1. SCP-163 will take the container and pour its contents into SCP-163-1. The empty container is then placed into the airlock for retrieval. Equipment may be removed from the enclosure only when in the presence of SCP-163. If SCP-163 interferes with the removal of a piece of equipment, the item is to be placed back in the area from which it was taken. At no point is SCP-163-1 to be disassembled, operated, or removed by personnel under any circumstances. Any attempts to do so will result in severe discipline.
Hey man, why y'all listen? Okay, it seems to be safe-ish. It seems that y'all have a radiation issue dealing with this thing, right? But why y'all keep showing us the belly of this thing? Nobody want. I mean, cause the lower half, man, the lower half of this thing, I promise you, it looked like the dang the little it looks like a spider. It could be a spider. It looks like a spider. It resembles a crab in a sense. It definitely resembles that dang thing from the Alien movie, but without the suction thing. Bro, what in the unnatural? What in the? I mean, this looks like some type of a splice, maybe. I mean, but maybe it's an extraterrestrial. Maybe it's it's a species out there that's. Jesus, dude. I don't know. This thing just looks like a couple things got put together, bro. Like, that's what But radiation? That's how it sees with radiation. So it's definitely from another world. But I wonder if that's the original species. Cause, I mean, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What do y'all think? Class, let me know. What do you think? I mean, splice, or just the actual species, maybe. And this is how they come about. Because when we're dealing with extraterrestrials, we only know so much. They know a hell of a lot more. But I doubt, you know what I'm saying, that they know everything about. I mean, of course, we know that. Now, we know they don't know every damn thing, because it's half the stuff they don't even know what they're dealing with. But I'm just like, they know a lot more than us do. Of course, they have the facility, the establishment company, they've been dealing and dabbling for a long time. So, of course, they got that edge, right? But the origins of this thing? Like, is this, I'm just...
Description.
Okay, here we go.
SCP-163 is a sapient organism of extraterrestrial origin.
Okay.
When standing, it is 2 meters tall and 1.5 meters wide, the bulk of the body being suspended 50 centimeters from the ground. The body is roughly cylindrical with a circular mouth at the bottom, the equivalent of a head at the top, and 8 three-jointed legs arranged radially around the equator. SCP-163 also has a series of specialized limbs, and they are as follows. 2 prehensile feeding apparatus on either side of the mouth. 2 arms near the top of the body, used for delicate manipulation. 2 larger arms located closer to the legs, used for heavy manipulation and lifting, and capable of producing a steady force of approximately 500 newtons and a striking force of up to 2,000 newtons.
Damn.
2 appendages of indeterminate function located between the legs and mouth parts, which had been amputated prior to SCP-163's discovery. 30 centimeters from the top of the body is a single semi-compound eye, which extends in a ring around it, allowing a full 360 degrees of vision. There is a blind spot at the back of the head to make way for an organ used for elimination of bodily waste. The compound eye is separated into 88 units. The most likely hypothesis is that each unit receives only vertical information, while the brain intuits horizontal information by comparing input from different units. The eye is sensitive to light wavelengths between 150 and 300 nm, equivalent to UVC, which is harmful to most terrestrial life. SCP-163 contains an endoskeleton which consists of tissue similar in chemical composition and structure to cellulose. The skeletal structure protrudes from the uppermost joint of each leg and appears to have been blunted by mechanical means. No pain response is exhibited when samples are taken from these protrusions. The skin is transparent to visible wavelengths of light, but opaque to ultraviolet. Blood samples taken have an oxygen and carbon dioxide transport system based on nickel, rather than the iron or copper used by terrestrial organisms, and is green in color. Analysis of blood and tissue shows that SCP-163 cells use DNA for instruction, with a standard GCAT basis. However, a different method is used to interpret said instructions. Sets of 3 bases still code for amino acids, but they are not the same ones that are coded for in terrestrial cells. In addition, some terrestrial amino acids are not present in its biology, while others that it uses are not present in Earth's biosphere, allowing for dramatically different protein arrangements. SCP-163's home environment would have contained different proportions of elements compared to that of Earth. This is evidenced by its sensitivity to certain common elements and its resistance to other less common ones. A heavy metal poisonous to terrestrial life is used in SCP-163's metabolism. Iron and calcium, though not used by SCP-163, causes no harmful effects to it. Exposure in any chemical form causes damage to tissue, and are as harmful to SCP-163 as they are to us. A full table of safe and unsafe chemicals, along with dietary requirements, is contained in Manual M163-1. Furthermore, the atmosphere would have had different proportions of gases. SCP-163 is able to survive in our atmosphere for some time without mechanical aid, but will begin to show signs of illness after 1 hour. Air that is filtered to remove certain common terrestrial elements will prevent such an event. Analysis of SCP-163's technology includes searches for hermetically sealed chambers, which may contain evidence of its home atmosphere. It is unknown how SCP-163 communicates complex ideas. The only vocalization produced by it is a steady sinusoidal wave of approximately 15 Hz when in certain emotional states. There is no variation to this vocalization, which can last from 15 seconds to 10 minutes. It is recommended that personnel exposed to this sound remain in well-lit conditions to prevent feelings of paranoia. Emotions are primarily displayed by the dome of tissue above the compound eye. Different states correspond to distortion of furrows in the skin by subdermal muscles. In addition, a negative and affirmative gesture have been noted. An affirmative consists of the rapid beating together of SCP-163's delicate manipulators, while a negative is the same gesture performed by heavy manipulators. Specific information on gestures and emotional states is contained in Manual M163-2.
I'm like, bro, okay, well, it sounds like this is how it come, but at the same time, it was like that mechanical joint with it. I don't know, man, it could have been put together. For real, for real. And then with having somewhat of certain DNAs and certain amino acids, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this is definitely a splice, maybe a mutation even. And then down there, anything that hurts the human body can hurt this thing as well, which is weird, seeing that it has a lot of attributes that are off this earth, but then there's a lot of things that's congruent to the planet as well. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this is a splice or some type of human experiment that this thing has mutated into or something. Shit, this is crazy, bro. For real. It looks crazy, y'all. Like, seriously, it's like, damn, like a spider crab, and then it's got this one eye. At least we know about the blind spot. At least we know this thing is like, you know what I mean? If we actually got invaded by something like this, at least we know with something like this, if you see this one, you feel me, just hit his ass with a bottle of Raid or something, you know what I'm saying? It's just a chemical, and he's whatever. But he got that blind spot. Remember that, y'all. He got that blind spot in the back of that dome. You know what I'm talking about? Doop, doop, doop. But remember these arms right here. The big boy arms, he knocking torsos off. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? When I say he knocking folks out, he'll knock your ass out. No, he's knocking torsos loose. Like, if he catch you, it's one of them, bah. The whole top half, bah. He bah. Bah. Get your ass out of here. You feel me? And you don't want to get snatched up because he's definitely pulling you in. You going to get some of that. You know what I'm saying? Headshots all day. He getting some of that all day. You feel me? Let's proceed. Let's proceed.
SCP-163-1 appears to be a universal life support device. It is able to convert basic chemical elements into sustenance for SCP-163, in addition to originally projecting the phenomenon in which SCP-163 was found. To ensure continued health of SCP-163...
I mean, yo, he got them damn the Orcadian horseman arms, them big boy arms. I'm telling you, these things right here, boy, he knocking heads loose. I'm telling you. I am telling you, bro. And then all these legs right here, he getting up on you quick, too. Ain't no running. Well, you may be able to get, you know what I'm saying, a little something, but eventually when he get the speed up on you, bro, he coming. He coming. Like, this is a whole body by itself. This smaller part. And then this is another little body. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Look, this is about 5 arms, 5 legs. Oh, he on your ace. He is on your ace. So, but yeah, just keep some chemicals. You know what I'm saying? Don't let him get close. May want to get a super soaker with the big tank.
3. Study of SCP-163-1 is forbidden until after the death of SCP-163. The function of other equipment is still not fully understood. The technology is limited to crude transistors assembled into various specialized analog computers. Many physical processes that these computers model do not correspond to anything known to modern science.
Of course.
It is theorized that SCP-163-1 relies on some of these processes in order to function. SCP-163 was first discovered by miners in the Andes Mountains on 2000. The rock strata in which it was found are approximately years old. Shocked minerals in the vicinity indicate that its spacecraft had crash-landed. The miners reported coming across an impenetrable mirrored surface which abruptly disappeared after enough rock was removed from it. The description suggests that this is a larger version of the phenomenon produced by SCP-163-1. Despite being encased in stone for years, the contents of the chamber showed no signs of age or degradation, believed to be an effect of the phenomenon. Approximately 30% of the equipment had been looted before agents could reach the scene. Though some have since been recovered, there are many items still at large. Agents are continuing to scour the black market for any further clues as to the whereabouts of the missing technology. When agents took control of the scene, SCP-163 was still encased in the reflective sphere produced by SCP-163-1. The relative simplicity of SCP-163-1's interface allowed agents to quickly deactivate it. Agents were forced to subdue SCP-163, which was violent at the time. Aside from this initial confrontation, SCP-163 has cooperated with the Foundation to the extent of its ability to understand us. The following are select experiments performed on SCP-163. A full list of experiments and results is contained in Manual M163-2.
Listen here.
Experiment Log 163-46. Facial recognition. Date 2000. Subject SCP-163. Procedure. Dr. entered the enclosure of SCP-163 carrying 30 11x17 cards with images printed on them with UV-absorbing inks. Images were representations of human faces of varying complexity. SCP-163 was shown these images from least complex, a smiley face, to most complex, a photograph of Dr. Details. SCP-163 was not able to recognize the smiley face, which human infants are able to immediately emulate. It was not until the 18th image that SCP-163 reacted by taking the card and placing it over the front of Dr. faceplate. Image 18 had exaggerated facial features which included a nose, eyes, ears, and a mouth open showing a row of straight teeth. Image 17 was identical but with a closed mouth. Experiment log 163-47. Facial recognition. Date: 2000. Subject: SCP-163. Procedure: Dr. entered SCP-163's enclosure carrying 20 11x17 cards with images printed on them with UV-absorbing inks. Images were representations of the top of SCP-163's body, ranging in complexity from an isosceles triangle to a photograph of SCP-163. Details: SCP-163 did not recognize the first card as a member of its species. The second card, depicting an isosceles triangle with a horizontal line going through the middle, elicited a response. SCP-163 took all of the cards from Dr. and looked at each in turn. It then sorted the cards into 2 stacks, one which contained 6 images, including image 1, and one which contained the remainder, including image 2. It is hypothesized that the first stack includes images which cannot be recognized as SCP-163's species, while the second stack has images that can. The presence of the photograph in the second stack supports this hypothesis. Experiment log 163-80. Altruism test. Date: 2000. Subject: SCP-163. Procedure: Dr. entered the enclosure carrying 2 wooden blocks and a box capable of holding both. Dr. opened the box and moved 1 block into it while feigning great effort. After closing the box, Dr. moved the second block toward it, again feigning effort, and awaited a response from SCP-163. Details: SCP-163 opened the box for Dr. after 10 seconds of him attempting to place the block inside while the lid was closed. The result is consistent with the same experiment performed on human children. Experiment log 163-88. Higher functions. Date: 2000. Subject: SCP-163. Procedure: Dr. entered the enclosure with a cart containing an easel, 5 canvases, assorted brushes, and a selection of pigments which reflect different ultraviolet frequencies between 150 nm and 300 nm. Dr. briefly demonstrated the act of painting using 3 of the pigments before handing the brush to SCP-163. Details: SCP-163 immediately began painting with the provided pigments. The image produced was one of a landscape containing unrecognizable plants and animals according to UV imaging. SCP-163 remained still for 7 minutes after completing the painting before knocking it from its easel and retreating to a corner of the receiving room. Cranial ridges indicated distress. All further attempts at interacting with SCP-163 failed until Dr. attempted to remove the painting supplies from the enclosure. At that point, SCP-163's heavy manipulators were protruded from between its legs and indicated the negative gesture. The following day, SCP-163 was seen painting on a new canvas. Addendum 163-88. As of this date, fresh canvases, paints, and brushes should be provided to SCP-163 whenever its supplies begin to go low. This is the first truly meaningful communication we have been able to understand. At the very least, we may be able to learn about the ecology of its homeworld. Dr. Addendum 163, 93. The odds of SCP-163 having been discovered at all are mind-boggling, given the size of Earth. A number of factors would have had to come into play, including plate tectonics, development of terrain by humans, and just plain old dumb luck. I'm filing a recommendation that all excavations of year-old strata be monitored by agents from more members of SCP-163's species. I find it hard to believe that we just happened to come across one single spacecraft that crash-landed on Earth millions of years ago, at a time when we were just beginning to develop the capacity to recognize the importance of such a find. There must be others hidden in stasis somewhere down there. Dr. Okay. I think that about does it for today. Thank you all for listening, if indeed you still are.
Indeed.
And you are all dismissed.
Salute.
Goodbye.
Well, there you have it, Academy of Arts. So check this out. Me personally, I still believe that it is a splice of some sort. Now, it could be a splice of some sort, and pretty much a lot of them were made. Because to be honest with you, now I'm looking at it, it looks like it was probably born in some type of pod, maybe, right? So it's like an egg, some sort, something like that. When it was put together, and then it's, of course, you know what I'm saying, they start to reproduce. But hey, on the other side, it could be an actual species, and this is just what the hell came out in the universe. Like, whoa. But one thing I did hear, and I hope you heard as well, class, that thing was hostile when they first got it loose. I don't want no parts of that mouth down there. Trust me, you don't either. And let's hope that it's not more of these things. Bruh, that's, I mean, because I don't want to necessarily say it would be like an infestation, but it looked like it would be an infestation if it were to be more of these. And I'm sure I speak for a lot of people when I say this is probably one of the last SCPs that we actually want to see 100,000 running down the street, engulfing people. I mean, that's all you see. You walk outside and you got people getting scooped up, getting took down, chomped down into these. No. That's like with your coffee and take the sip and you. And then you'd make that turn and it'd be that guy that as soon as he turned around that last time, you know what I'm saying, he get him one. You feel me? I'm not going to be that guy. Not dealing with this. No, not at all. Now listen, for the record, I myself am not trying to harm any alien species that is not trying to harm me. Let's get it clear for the record for those that are viewing me from above or below or tuning in from any, frequency, radio or whatever that you may be tuning in if you're looking at me. I do not have any beef with you, okay? Unless you have beef with one has no beef with you. Don't bring it here. Don't bring it here. Don't bring it here. And we're good. If anything, let's break bread, which I'm saying is knowledge. You know what I'm talking about? Wisdom and understanding, understanding and overstanding as to what in the has been going on this planet, man. Somebody come holler at your boy and let me know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I may have to make a call. Not to make a call. What you say, bro? We gonna chop it up. We need to chop it up. We need to chop it up for them. We need to chop it up for them. Because I'm just saying, when you see stuff like this, one has to. But all right. So back to it. Do y'all think it's a splice, or do you think it's the actual species? Hypothetically, What do you think? Do you think it's 2 bodies or 3 got put together and then they was brought up and then put on the planet to do their thing, to whatever, you know what I mean? And because believe me, all life out there is highly intelligent. They come here on some childlike stuff because we give them stupid ass games, dude. To be honest with you, y'all try to play that role with people. Y'all try to like belittle even the species that comes from out there. Now, granted, all of them don't comprehend this stuff, and it seems like they're childlike. But the aggression ain't childlike. The aggression is full-fledged adult. The intelligence, the way that they need this or need that, these things, these things that they come with, it tells you automatically that the intelligence is there and way beyond you. Like at this point, y'all don't really know what's going on. You're drawing speculation yet again, more speculation, and only because the thing is compliant. Now that's another thing that I caught, class. I don't know if y'all caught this, but peep game, I caught this as well. He's compliant because he's learning, he's studying. Once he get that notion that you guys are not safe at all, that you can't be trusted at all, that's going to be a problem. Now, granted, he may not be a problem, but I'm sure there's maybe some type of neurohive link connection between he and his species. That's not going to be that's not going to be something that you want coming here and just jumping off ships, dude, snatching people. That's not, ooh. Can y'all imagine that? Oh my goodness. Like I said, a bunch of crab dudes running around looking like spiders with hands of fingers. Bro, them things look, they look like he'll stomp you out with them, scoop you up, and chomp you down. And then grab another dude and smack him around and throw him in the big boy arms and he gets chomped down. Like, bro, I can know, bro. Like a big man. I'm talking about he holding you like a sandwich. Stuff you all the way in. And then, bat. You feel me? Who y'all think will win? Goro or him? Kentaro or him? Just asking. Who y'all think will win? For real. Who y'all think will win? I think Buddy will get handled for real. But I don't know though, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. He got the dark art going on down here, bro. I really think it's a splice, man. I really do think it's a splice. This is crazy if it's not. This is crazy. I mean, it's crazy if it is, but it's crazy nevertheless. This is wow. All right, y'all. Listen. Keep your head on the swivel. Watch out for invisible rock-like things that may just come out like, you know what I'm saying? Like the thing on y'all ass. And really be some shocking. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. Sorry. Back up. The black market. I would not recommend anybody going to the black market searching for alien technologies, okay? I want to just say this for the record. I do not condone in anyone going to the black market and buying alien technologies, okay? For example, you don't want anything like District 9 to happen to thine, all right? You don't want it. You just don't. You see what Buddy turned into? You see what was going on with his ass? You don't want that on your ace. Trust me. You don't. You really don't. Okay? So, don't forget to keep yourself spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally protected. Do not let the world drive you crazy. Keep your CT on at all times. You know what I mean? Do some due diligence, guys. Let's do some due diligence. Let's wake up out there. There's a lot of things going on. From the sun to, you know what I'm saying, Shambhala, I guess. You feel me? It's a lot going on. As above, so below, as within, so without, and all around and about. There is a lot of going on, and I hope you're staying clear on your route. You know what I'm saying? Keep it green, vibe high. Promote change. If you need change, make the change. It's for the betterment, that is. You know what I mean? There's a lot going on. Get yourselves prepared for whatever you may see. Everything ain't what it seems, and vice versa. Everything that you see may not be what you really seeing. It could be something else. Not saying that you're not seeing anything. It just could be something else. Okay? Due diligence. Pay attention to your intuition. Use your discernments, please. Please. Do yourselves these favors. It's only good things that I condone. You know what I'm saying? I just condone the good things, and these things that you have to do yourself. It's nothing that I can do for you. I can just suggest that you know what I mean, do some study, pick up a book, read, due diligence, learn to trust your intuition, use your discernment, learn how to trust the discernment, and you know what I'm saying, protect yourself on every level. That's, I mean, you know, all the rest of that, that's on you guys. So if you don't mind, like, share, and subscribe, notification bell. Let your people know that we over here raising hell, you know what I'm saying? And we going to be back with another one to get it busting. So peace, love, and all, to all the gods and goddesses and the high vibrating species on the planet, including the castaways and the illegals. Just because you came here illegally doesn't mean that you're vibing low. But don't be here snatching us up and selling us and stuff. It's not cool. It's not cool. Welcome to the planet, though. TMI. Peace.